What's happening, y'all? It's your man Sam, and here at Viral Hip Hop News. Listen, do me a favor. You see the brother right now on your screen. Go down to my description box and follow Chakra Doctor at Chakra Doctor TV on YouTube. Your only place to find miracle food. You know what
I'm saying?
Let's talk about Chris. Let's talk about Chris Brown, because this is hot off the press. Salute to Chris Brown, man. And people who don't know, the accuser, she came out and pretty much alleged Chris Brown, violating her sexually, a few years ago at one of Diddy's parties. And for a while, we kind of all thought it was true, or at least in the back of my mind, like, damn, this nigga Chris, always some crazy shit coming up with Chris Brown. Well, he struck back, he fired back, bro. And he pretty much, released a voice message and released text messages from the accuser, and the accuser was on his dick. As a matter of fact, she told Chris Brown that he was the best dick that she ever had. It was voicemails of her like, I'm trying to see you, boom, boom, boom. So it kind of destroyed the whole narrative of Chris Brown forcibly violating her. Chris Brown and his attorney was like, all right, I'm not having this. I'm going to release this evidence. As a result, this girl's attorney drops off and bounces. Like, all right, you're lying. I don't want to deal with you. And Chris Brown and his lawyer now coming after her financially. It sets a precedent. I love it. I love it, Sam, man. I love it because, you like, I forgot who said it, but you can't be playing with people's lives like that. Mm-hmm. Mere allegations. And it can happen to, it ain't got to be Chris Brown. It could be you one day. It could be me one day. Yeah. Got a little power, got a little notoriety, a little fame. A chick accused you of something. Now, people start thinking that you did it and you start losing shit. Come to find out, she was actually lying, bro. What do you think about that?
We all know that it goes down, and we all know that people lie. But what's fucked up about this entire thing is, because of Chris Brown's history, a lot of people made and steered the narrative to be so easy to say he was guilty. And if he did not have evidence, he'd still be guilty right now, because he's still guilty of mistakes he made in the past. When you look at people that were blamed for that, it's never innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent. And then once you're innocent, the stain still sits with you. Look at Deshaun Watson right now, what's going on with him. All that high-ass number of people, 22 women accused him of that. Right. Let's say he gets acquitted of all of that. Right. You know he's going to still hear shit in the media. You know he's still going to hear shit in the stands. Yeah. That stigma stays with you forever. And the fact that we are so quick to just take a side and to say these people are guilty, this is this. And this is why here on this platform, although maybe controversial sometimes, we always play it right down the middle, even though that person that may be accused is so hated and so just disgusted on the media or on the public side that it's so easy to run with a narrative. And we've heard a lot of narratives throughout these years on this podcast and say that person's guilty. Nah, motherfucker, let's look at the entire spectrum.
We always done it like that. We never came on, unless it was something that we knew that happened, we can really go there. But stuff was like, okay, it could be a gray area, a possibility where maybe that didn't happen. We have if people go back and look over the archives since we started, we have never ever done that. Not because we were scared of any repercussions. That's just where we are as people. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, yeah, you know what? That shit probably could have happened, but she could be lying.
Right.
And found out this chick was actually lying. But I think that, what's scary about it, man, is that for the victims, and now Chris Brown himself is a victim, because you see him now in a situation where he was victimized, but I want to see him go out and sue. I don't care if this chick has $450 in her bank account. You better go for $450 or $449.
50 cents her ass.
You need to go get anything you can from her. Don't sit back and say, oh, she don't got no money. Nah, go in her bank account. Make her feel the pain that she was trying to inflict on you. And when, like I said, we all had crazy chicks that you don't bust it, you don't, hit it good and whatever. And she lost her mind. Maybe you ain't wanting to do with her. Maybe you had a girl, maybe you didn't. Maybe you were just dealing with different people. You ain't want to settle down. But for whatever reason, you made up the decision as a grown person, I ain't want to deal with this chick. And next thing you know, chick is blowing up your phone. I once had this chick told me, I see you at this bitch's house. I'm going to flatten your tires. I'm going to scratch your car. Boy, man, I wasn't even doing nothing in the crib. I'm chilling. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we all had those situations. And, I think that's what the situation was with Chris Brown. He probably smashed, knocked it. He ain't want to deal with her no more. He probably had 3-4 other chicks that he dealt with. And she got to the point where she got in her feelings and said, oh, I'm going to say he raped me.
1 in 4 chicks are crazy enough to take it there.
Yeah, especially if you Chris Brown,
if
bro.
you in that lifestyle.
Right.
And you're dealing with that, and it's strictly in the vain lane. I'm not talking about these women out here that are really thorough and doing their thing. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about women that are after these NBA superstars and the athletes and the musicians, and they running in that lane.
Yeah.
1 in 4 of them will run and say some wild shit like that and steered the right way and put in the right media platforms to give the right narrative, you're guilty. And that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to rock with some real platforms, and real narratives. And I ain't even going to go there. Never mind. We'll talk off scene.
Oh, man. You should have went there.
Well, it's a lot of fake ass narratives.
Yeah.
Not narratives, fake ass platforms and narratives steered toward controversy, getting a lot of public light, more like no other. And
explain it. I don't know what you mean by that. But you ain't got to say nobody's name, but
like you see people getting in positions with high profile people to get exclusive interviews and sit on major platforms because they suck a little dick or take a little stuff in the ass.
Damn. Woo!
Or steer narratives to cause a little controversy and to make things seem a little juicy for the public eye and gain a little number and get a little public. This is and I'm not saying you got to be homosexual to make it, and I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about bending over like a fucking sucker.
Yeah, you got that.
It in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
You got that. You got the guys and girls that are straight clowns, buffoons, sambos, whatever you call them. They'll spin around on their head on the table. They always got to do that. Or you have, that may be, the extra feminine, man, that comes in there and he, you bark, he's running up under the table. You know what I'm saying? You got that. And I think you got people who do anything, like Rampage was saying. Shout out to Rampage. They'll do anything, for the bag, anything to get in that situation, even if that means cut somebody else's throat to get in that situation. You got all types of shit that go on. But I think that, being serious, being men, having men conversations, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, you could do what you do and be clowns and all that stuff. And man, I don't want to be nobody's comedian. And we can joke and laugh sometimes, but I want to be taken serious as a man when I'm speaking on topics and shit. Not, just, laughing and I'm putting you in a headlock and shit. And, we wrestling around on the floor. We're grown men.
Did that shit.
Right. And this is a grown man podcast. We want to talk about grown man shit. And we're holding the industry accountable. Somebody actually putting that in the comment. That's like, yo, they don't really like y'all because y'all hold the industry accountable and y'all keep it real.
Very true.
And that's what we do. So if it's some fuck shit, we calling it out. We don't have no, alliances to people on a level where we couldn't call some fuck shit out when it's some fuck shit. It's never been that way.
And we know it's a game that has to be played to get in this industry. You may have to be quiet and do certain things, but fuck that shit.
That's a lot of motherfuckers we want to call out, bro.
Fuck that shit.
A lot of motherfuckers that we should and we want to call out.
Yeah, I made the mistake in doing it a few times.
Right. And I don't think it's a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think that if you feel like it was, it is what it is. But it's just like, sometimes you just got to fire it out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whatever. Yeah.
It's the kind of shit that kind of bothers me about this whole thing. I love what we do. I love sitting across from you for the last 4 years. My cousin, my blood, to be able to do what we do and create what we've created.
Right.
It's an absolute blessing. But the X's and O's in this business and in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I'll wake up and it has a real nasty fucking taste in my mouth.
Right.
Knowing the groundwork and the grind that we put in to gain the respect and garner respect from the people that we have. And to have some of these people in the industry do the fuck, punk, pussy shit that they do up in here.
Yeah.
It makes you just want to slap them across their mouth. But you got to play the game and you got to understand that.
Yeah.
That relationship could fuck up another relationship. That could fuck up another relationship. We're trying to get interviews in this joint and feed our family. So it's so easy to do. You know us, bro. We were easy. We threw on the gloves and we fought.
But the crazy part about that is, though, is that you see a lot of these fuck niggas on the internet, right? Mm-hmm. And they'll go at people, cuss people out, say all types of shit about people. And then they'll get on, they'll get a conversation with that person. The next thing you know, they buddy.
Yep.
That's crazy. I never understood that. You say this about this. So you get on the phone. I'm sorry. I'm dropping to my knees to you now. You this and you that. Okay, we cool now? Nah. But people are using that tactic. But my thing is it might take a little long doing it the right way, being genuine, being humble. But you're still going to get there. Those dudes may seem like they get there faster, but the ending is going to be tragic.
That's a fact.
It's going to be tragic for a lot of them dudes. And not that I wish anything on them, but when you create the certain type of energy like that, where you running off at the mouth, disrespecting this one, calling this one out, inviting this one to your private parts and things, that creates the energy where it has a nigga run up on you and put something in your shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's what that creates at the end of the day. So, like I said, we'll see, man. When the smoke settles, man, we'll see where everything is. We'll go from there.
We're going to keep winning, man. Keep doing what the fuck we do. Good job on Chris Brown, man. Go and sue that fucking girl.
Yeah.
And get your bread. Even if it's 79 cents, get that shit.
For sure. And he did. He also called out the media, too. And this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, a lot of media is not going to come back and say anything about it. We are. Well, not that we ever crucify Chris. We always spread it down the middle, but we want to give the right side of the story. Like, all right, now it's time to go on the chick. That's what we do here. And, you know, that's going to be recognized, I think, at the end of the day. And more people will want to come and sit down with us because of that.
Indeed.
Definitely.
To introduce the show, when I sent this to Sam, asked, oh God, that nigga said, oh God, you the man, Cass. I spit white like a clan mask, and I'm a hustler. I could stand out on the beach and sell sandbags. Some things can't last, but this ain't just a podcast. This is Sam Ant and oh God, Cass. Hip-hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip-hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam Ant riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Hip-hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip-hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam Ant riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Go gang.